Hello everyone, this is Pebble, and welcome back to another Pebble stream. Pebble stream. What? Live stream. Oh my. Yeah, good morning for everyone. This is a new time. We do a lot of late nights and early mornings and afternoons. This is I think, like, you know, a Saturday morning for some of the Americans here, so this is a different time zone. If anyone was not expecting this stream but is here from a happy accident, then welcome. On the last stream, which was Tomb Raider, we did a poll for what you wanted next Thursday's stream to be, and it was 51 to 49%, so it was quite evenly split, and I felt quite bad for the 49 because 51% voted Tomb Raider again and the 49 voted for hunting. So I said, oh, to hell with it, I'll do another stream and I'll do the hunting game again on this stream. So yes, I just figured that would be helpful in a way, you know, it would allow you to get the content that you want. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the hunting game today, Hunter Call of the Wild, and I'll be boring you with a bunch of deer facts, so get ready for that. It'll be fun though, it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. It'll be good, it'll be a good laugh. Anyway. As you can see, we have Edo with us, again today. Which, again, thank you very much, Edo, for everything you've done. We mentioned it on the previous stream, but again, Edo has given an awful lot of support on the throne, which has been greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, so I wanted to have Edo here with me on the stream, so he's going to be, his little Pebble's going to be with us, sitting on the floor. And he'll be joining us on the hunt too. Anyway, I'm going to bring the game up now, and then we're going to do our obligatory 5 to 10 minutes of me going, is this loud enough? Is this too loud? What? I can't hear you. And then you're going to have to guide me through how to get the volume right. Then we can finally get into the game. Oh, my phone's buzzing. Why are you buzzing? Whenever my phone buzzes, it's never good news. It's never like, oh, here's 5% off your next Starbucks, or hi Pebble, how are you? Long time no see. It's never anything nice like that. It's always like, you owe someone money. Your bill is overdue. Remember that bill? That bill that you forgot about, saying you'd pay it later? It's due. So yeah, fun. Oh well, we ballin', as the cool kids say. So yes, one thing I've noticed when I'm going back and looking at old streams, right? When I'm looking at old streams, is that they don't look the best quality. Yeah, and it glitched again for me there. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with the old interwebs today. There we go. That should be it. Please tell me that's it. I think that's us fixed. That should be us fixed. Fingers crossed. Maybe. Potentially. Let me switch over to the game. And I'm having a mare today. A proper nightmare. There we go. That should be us. Is that loud enough? We're doing good. We all doing good? think we're doing good. Anyway. Dear me, right. Video goes to, because for some reason it doesn't like to stay in full screen. Don't ask me why. Got a lovely white line down the side of this. Why are you? Well, this is gonna look awful, isn't it? Yeah, oh, that looks so janky and dodgy. Go. And then we'll go to full screen. Audio is A-okay. Brilliant. Okay. Sounds good. Anyway, we're here now. Let me just make sure that the quality's alright. Again, when I look back at some of the old streams, they look a bit janky, like a wee bit blurry, and I'm not sure why, but can't say that I'm a fan. Wonder why that is. Maybe it's my poor internet. Right, let's continue. I have no idea where we are or what we're doing, but this should be fun. Right. Travel to Lake Cheetah. Where are we again? Have I got any of my old weapons? What are the controls? This is so annoying. I don't remember any controls. I'm just clicking random buttons. Right. Hi, nerdy artist. Hello. Get back into the stream. Right. Map, mission log, inventory. That's what I was trying to find out. What do I have? I have a 30-odd 6, and then I have a shotgun. I've got the Grelk. Right, okay. Which should have a large rifle round and then buckshot. So I got, 30-odd 6. 9.3 by 74R polymer, so that will take down the bigger game animals. 16 grain bird shot for taking down rabbits, and then also ducks as well. 16 gauge buckshot for taking down smaller animals, and then 30-odd 6 will take down the bigger deer. Right. Okay, what sights do I have? That should be alright. What's the mission log then? I don't remember anything. Dear lordy, I don't remember anything. Mission log. Find 3 footprints from 3 different black-tailed deer. Okay, Lake Cheetah. Right, okay. Awesome. I think we can do that. What are we going to hunt today? Some deer. We're going to hunt some deer. So, mission log said to travel to Balmont. So we're in Balmont, I believe. Yeah, we are. And black-tailed deer will be down here. We'll head towards areas of vegetation. We won't head towards any areas of... We'll skirt the water, but we'll stay away from the water. Because deer... deer don't really... They're rarely seen drinking water. Purely because they get most of their... black-tailed deer. Brilliant. They get most of their... like the water they need from their food. That's why you rarely see them. Okay, let's see. How's everyone doing today anyway? Now, the only issue I've got right now is we are currently, if you look in the bottom right hand side where the compass is, we are walking into the wind. Or the wind's blowing at our back, meaning that see in front of us right now where we're walking, our scent is getting blown towards any animals in that area. So,
I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
oh, okay, where are the tracks? Aha, so this will be the black-tailed deer. Now, yes, so I am trying to walk further this direction, further south, so that I can approach from the southeast, and that way the wind will be blowing away from the animals, so it won't be able to smell me. Hmm. See now the winds at our back, it's blowing in our face, so we're walking into the wind. Now that's a black-tailed deer, about 150 metres away. So you'll normally take a shot at in a forest. You'll be taking most of your shots from between what, maybe I'd say as close as 10 to 100 meters. Realistically, about 50. And you'll very rarely be doing shots like this on hills because you need the deer's torso to be in sight. You won't be taking headshots. Headshots aren't really done in hunting. You want to get a heart or lung shot. Put it down humanely. Oh shit, I've startled it. There it is. Black-tailed deer.
Black-tailed deer are one of the easiest animals in the reserve to hunt. Still, be wary of your noise and the wind direction, as their senses are quite good.
So right now I'm walking into the wind, so it's smelling me. That's why it's doing a warning call. It can quite literally smell me coming. It's gonna scatter. It's gonna run. It is gonna run. There's unfortunately nothing that can be done. Now, what ammunition do I have loaded into this? What are the controls again? That'd be a good way to. So, keybinds. That's slightly off. Why? Why is this? Why do I have to go slightly below video? What's happening here? Why can't I hit apply? Why can I not hit apply? What's happening? Is my radio off? Or my ratio? I have no idea what's going on. Oh. Really annoying me. Very frustrating. Let's see if that works. Is that going to work? Now, see, that looks this looks really bad. Really bad. Is that going to work? What is happening? Oh, I don't know. Right. Cool. I think we're done. I think we're fixed. Ah, right. What are my controls again? How do I bring up the weapon wheel? Key bindings. You know, maybe it would have been fun, or a good idea even, to have tested this game before I jump right back into it again. You know, reminded myself. Maybe there isn't a way to bring up a... Anyway, but what I want to do, the point I want to do is, I want to go into here, and I want to figure out what ammunition I've got loaded in here. So... Oh, is it Q to open the wheel? No, it's not. I just want to... We need buckshot. Now, how do I switch? That's auto walk. This is a nightmare, isn't it? Dear Lord. Key bindings. Maybe it'll be in the actual guns inventory. Hold R. Brilliant. Okay. Now, what was the mission? So the mission was to find 3 footprints in 3 different... Oh. Warning call. You aren't really meant to hunt the doe, but because it's a game, I highly doubt they're going to mind. That doe also looked rather young, but you can't really tell the age of a deer from a distance. You'll mainly be able to tell the age of a deer by the wear and tear on its teeth. And the main thing that will kill, or that will limit the lifespan of a deer will be its teeth wearing out. Because if its teeth wear out, then it won't be able to graze efficiently, and then it'll just die pretty much. So yeah, unfortunately, deer have not yet mastered the art of flying to Turkey to get veneers done. If they did, then maybe they'd live longer. But until then, until such a point as a deer can open up a MasterCard and take out a line of credit. Oh, of course you're fucking fleeing. Taking notice, Pebs is sharing his wisdom. Oh dear, I'm not that smart. I'm really not. I just know a bunch of, random stuff. A level 4. So what ammunition are we going? Let's see, ammunition. That's a level 4 to 8, and that's a level 2 to 4. Yeah, so we can use the buck. If you look at the bottom right hand side here, when I hover over an ammunition, down here it says the class of animal that it's recommended to take down. So we could actually get away with using a 30-odd 6. I would personally say that's overkill, but you'd rather overdo it than underdo it, you know. And people can be real. They can be real snobs when it comes to caliber, but yeah. At the end of the day, do you remember the exact grain weight of the oh? Do you remember the exact grain weight of the 30-odd 6 that you shot your first deer with? Neither does the deer. You know, I think Shipley said that, which I wholeheartedly agree with. And then, I mean, I like using 6.5 Creedmoor. It's a personal preference of mine, but again, you'll find people who have got different experiences with different rounds and calibers and grain weights, and it just comes down to what you're hunting, really, you know. See whereabouts in the map we are. So right now we are going away from kind of where I was hoping to go. So we'll just what in the name of the wee map? Was that a moose? Black bear, not even close. See, we don't get bear here in Scotland, so. Pebs, what's your advice for someone who's just approaching hunting for the first time? Go on a guided stalk. You will get them. You know, every country in the world should offer them. A guided stalk is when a professional hunter, or somebody who's got their hunter license, their hunter ID, and has taken additional qualifications to be an instructor, they'll take you out. You follow them as they track a deer, and then you'll drop one together, and they'll teach you about what to look for. So signs, and those signs can be things like looking for deer scat, so deer shit, and being able to tell what kind of shit belongs to what animal. Because, for example, you wouldn't really describe deer droppings as round and fibrous. So if you see that kind of dropping, you're looking for the wrong thing. You could also look for signs of impacted ground, so like impacted shrubbery. That lets you know that there's a natural forest track there, so that means that animals obviously use that. So yeah, and you know they'll teach you the tricks and trades, and after a while you can go out on your own. Okay, so we want to be going down more towards this area. So that's this way, isn't it? That's, yeah. So I would definitely do that. Do a guided stalk. If there's any qualifications that you can do, might help as well. So for us, we do like our DSC, deer stalking certificate, and that can be a great help in getting your hunter ID, and then that can help you apply for firearms license, etc. Loop says he's added stuff to his throwing. Yeah, so look, I was out doing a hunt a while ago, and a guy that I've got a lot of respect for. I call him Dad because he's very knowledgeable, and he's taught me a lot of stuff, both as a survival instructor and also in deer stalking. He has this, like, it is the daddy of packs, an Eberlock pack, and it's like he custom made it. And he just told me some of the parts that he uses, and then I went on the website and found some. So if I could get like a custom, because right now I take my old snug pack. It does the job. It does the job. I love, but Eberlock, yeah. I mean, you get some. So like my snug pack is quite big. And you don't really need that for a day stock. It's just going to get caught in foliage and make noise. And you know, if you're going out to take down a single deer, you're only going to need one round in the rifle, a handful in the magazine, and then like 3 or 4 spare in your pocket. That's all you're going to need. bear. Nah. You really don't need any more than that, and if you're carrying any more than that, then you're just wasting your time, and it just looks dodgy. Because, you know, why do you need that many rounds? You're either going out to kill more deer than you can gralloch and process, or you're just being a really shit shot, at which case I don't want to be anywhere near you. Don't want you, Blair. I don't want you. I want the black, and yeah, I want the black-tailed deer. So, it's midday right now, so I don't think we're going to find any at feeding spots, because deer will normally feed in cycles of a few hours, with peaks at dawn and dusk. So if we want to find something, we're just going to have to kind of wing it. Pebble, how long does it take to learn to stalk? So a stalk just means it's just a process of tracking and following a deer. You can learn the essentials, and you know, I could give you like a 2-hour long class, and you could walk away knowing the terminologies, knowing the points. But it's practice. It's hours spent out there on your, you know, on your knees, crawl, or on your like bent over, crouching and crawling. It's time spent at the range. You know, it's easy to learn but hard to master, I would say. Josie said, I had a friend that got shot in the head on accident by another hunter whilst hunting. Oh, dear lord. That's poor trigger discipline. Thankfully, it's a lot harder for someone to become a hunter in the UK than it is in other countries. Accidents still happen, but if you've had to, you know, train for a long period of time just to hold, or just to be allowed to legally use one caliber of rifle, because we have to apply for each individual rifle that we want to own. You know, you're going to be a lot more skilled at using that. So, for example, we get what's called a firearm certificate in the UK, which is a bit of paper, and you have to say to the government, I want to buy 165 Creedmoor bolt action rifle for target shooting. I want to buy one 130-06 rifle for hunting, and I want to buy one shotgun 12 gauge for clay pigeon shooting, you know. With that, you'll usually find that people are a lot more skilled using those, you'll find people are more skilled with that particular caliber. There he got says, I'm in England, don't think they'd let me have a gun licence because my eyesight is rubbish. No, so you can get one as long as you use glasses, and you've got glasses. So the way that works is you apply to the police for a gun licence, and then the police have to try and find a reason to not let you get one. So there's been people that have, you know, that are in their 40s applying for gun licenses, firearms licenses, and they've been told no because they got arrested for being drunk and disorderly when they were 18. You know, they will find a reason not to give you that license. They also, I'm not sure the accuracy of this, but there's always the same stories amongst hunters and amongst people who are target shooters, because I'm also a competition shooter, that say that if you have cancer or you have some kind of debilitating, life-altering illness, that they'll refuse to give you a gun license because you could, do something about that. But we don't know. Do you have any checks or anything once you have the firearm? So before you get the firearm, the police come out, or the police have to try and find a reason not to give you one. If you pass that, the police then come out to examine your gun safe. So you have to have a gun safe that is, the police give you a list of acceptable gun safes that are secure enough, and it has to be bolted inside in a house, in a locked room, and it has to be bolted to at least the floor and the wall, ideally both, and ideally chemically bonded to both as well. And the ammunition's got to be kept in a separate safe. So you can get a mini safe that goes inside the big safe. And then in terms of checks, then you have to get a review every think it's a few years. You have to get a renewal of your certificate, and if anything comes up, they can revoke it, and you have to sell your guns. You see, normally I would crack open a few beers as we do this, but I'm not allowed to because I'm on keto and beer has carbs in it. And I can't have anything to drink at all, actually, because I'm on pickup duty later on. My younger brothers are out in the city living it up and getting crunk with their friends. Pebbles, you say chemically bonded to the wall. Sir, just glue or something. It's a really strong adhesive. Really strong adhesive, yeah. That has to be burnt away with acid if you want to move the safe. And it will destroy, the wall, so make sure it's a brick wall. Because if it's like a wooden wall, you're going to melt through that wood. Oh, Edo! Advertisement moment. On June 30th, Pebble's current line of merch will be discontinued to be switched with a new one. With the designs you see on stream, grab them before they're gone forever. Lazzy, thank you for the $5. Good morning, Pebs. Are there more eyes than legs in the world, or more legs than eyes? I don't know. Now, you're all getting to see the realities of stalking right now. So we've been going for a good 20 minutes now, half an hour, and we've found one deer and it ran off. This is what it is. It's a full day thing. Sometimes I'll take a small sleeping bag and a bivy bag, which is a waterproof bag that your sleeping bag goes in, and it'll be like a 2-3 day thing. No tents. You just it's like a waterproof sleeping bag cover, and you just lie down on the forest floor like a giant log, camouflaged log, and you fall asleep, and then you get up and move on. And you try not to eat anything that's too fragrant. You try to, leave as little trace of your existence there as possible. Pebs, I've got questions for you, says Coco. Shoot! And Edo says, Pebs, how much time before the meat spoils after killing? So, that depends. So, if you don't have... So, for example, you can have meat in your fridge that will last for a week or two before it starts to go discoloured, like grey. That's because it's full of preservatives. Realistically, if you refrigerate meat, it should keep for 2 or 3 days. You can... I wouldn't really have it after 2, though. I would say smoke your meat, or turn it into jerky. Salt it. Salt rub's a really good way of preserving meat. Or you can freeze it. So I've got a big floor opening, a big freezer bolted into the floor. Pebs may not remember this, though he might because he was in Scotland. Yeah, so the gun laws in the UK were majorly tightened up after there was one school shooting in 1996. And yeah, now you're not allowed pistols, like any handgun. They have to have a big stock attached to it. So like something, like the rifles have got the big stock that sits on your shoulder. Any handgun has to have that in it now. It has to be at least 24 inches long. The way you can get around that is if it's muzzle loading, which means that you load it from the front rather than imagine a revolver. You tilt it back, the rounds fall out, and then you put new ones in. You would have the way it works is instead a muzzle loader works like a musket, where you pour in the gunpowder and then press the metal bullet on top and press it in. And there's something called a Westlake revolver, which I own, which is a way to get around that. So when you tilt it's a revolver, and it's technically a muzzle loader because you have to preload it like a musket, where you put the gunpowder in and then push the bullet in. And then once, obviously, the good thing about that is it still works. There's just no brass casing, so you can preload a weapon and take it around with you, and you still get 6 shots. It just means that you would have to get a weapon press and like all the equipment to reload it. But the Westlake does something quite different, which is quite controversial. So, normal revolver, you tilt the weapon back, the bullets fall out. With the Westlake, you tilt the Westlake back and the entire cylinder falls out. You know, the thing that spins? And like Russian roulette, when they go... That thing falls out, and you can just pop in another one. So you could technically buy 3 or 4 cylinders, load them all at home, or at your workbench, so that's 18 rounds, and then you fire your 6 rounds and then just change the cylinder. It's very clever. Very clever. I got an ad on my own stream there. That was fun. But yes, it's very clever. Hey Pebs, question about your survival instructor career. Has there been any accidents or accidentally self-injuries with anyone you were teaching? We had a guy put an axe into his foot. So he was what we call a Rambo, more gear than idea. I will clarify right now, I am a shadow instructor, so I'm not fully qualified. So I am still doing my qualifications, but I can assist. I still need to do my land-based survival instructor qualification, but I've got like the prerequisites. Anyway, so we call them Rambos, but they've got all the expensive gear but no idea of what they're doing. This guy comes out with this massive axe, just ungodly. You don't need that. Get a hatchet, right? Or like a small forest axe. You don't need a giant felling axe. But he's going on about how like he's going to go and chop wood and he knows what he's doing. So some of the sites that we take these people out to can be as far as like 5 miles away, but we keep one. There's one that's relatively close by that we use for like, you know, if we're doing corporate events or we're doing like days where kids are going to be involved. There's like a close by campsite that we take, what we call the bomb scares, the ones where it's like these guys have got no business being out in the wild. This is just kind of like a day out for them. So we take the guy up there along with the rest of the people, and you leave them to their own devices. And you're like, right, we've taught you what to do. Go and make your shelter. Go and make your shelter. Get your fire going, and we'll come back and we'll take you for lessons later on. And no sooner had we started to head down that hill that we hear this God forsaken. It was like, I thought that a deer had been shot, honestly, or like, you know, it was a shriek. You know, it was a sound that a deer makes if you shoot it in the gut and it hunches over and arches its back and rolls off. Anyway, and we barrel back up the hill, and the guy had went to go ahead and he tried to go ahead and chop some wood, put the log up on the he was trying to chop on top of another bigger log, like a big flat one. Stood in front of it, put one foot up on that log, right, to try and keep it steady, as he said, swung the axe as hard as he could, missed the log, and it went straight into his boot. Right between his third and fourth toe, and he almost took his pinky toe and his ring toe, almost took the two of them clean off. But it was buried. Thankfully he had quite thick boots. He had like not steel toe, but he had like really thick rubberized toes, so that took most of it. But it was a heavy felling axe, so it had a big weight on the back end, and it burrowed in. So yeah, he was a hospital trip. But we've had other people, you know, they've got poor knife discipline. They cut towards themselves when you say cut away, and you know you come back over after a few hours' time. We give them a radio so they can contact us if there's an emergency, but they all try to be tough. And you know, they've like their knife has slipped and they've cut their forearm, or they've got a nasty cut on their finger, and they're like, "Oh no, it's okay. I've wrapped it in like I ripped my t-shirt and I've wrapped up the wound, so I'm okay." And you go, "No, you fucking dick. Give me that hand so I can examine it and put, you know, proper first aid kit on it." And then you look at it and the t-shirt is dirty or sweaty, and you're like, right, that's going to get infected. So you have to You have to clean it out and disinfect it, and then put some super glue in it because I've got wound glue that I swear by. Right, hang on, let me see. Coco had some questions for me, didn't we? Coco says, "What kind of bike did you have?" What motorbike you mean? What kind of motorbike did I have? I had. So don't laugh at me for this. So I used to use a scrambler. But anyway, I used to use a scrambler, and when it came time to buy my own, once I passed my license, I was like, oh, I want to be hip and trendy. I'm going to buy an electric motorcycle because they were like all the rage, and I was like, really into Tron Legacy and stuff, all the light cycles. So I took a quick look at the electric motorcycles, and there was one called a Super Soco TC Max, because you didn't pay any road tax in the UK if you had an electric motorcycle. It was an incentive to an incentive to get you to buy them, and it seemed so cool because you could charge the bike like using like a wall socket in your house. So I would drive it somewhere, like, and then you could also pull the battery out, and it was quite big, but you could fit it in a backpack and carry it upstairs, and so if you took the battery, oh, and then you could take it upstairs, and then you could charge it like in your office or in your house or whatever. It was brilliant, right? I bought it for £4,000, about $5,100, and 2 years late, or 4 years late, no, 2 years later, and two crashes later, I sold it for $600, £400, not even $600. So that depreciation was crazy. I will be honest, I did ruin that bike. Like, I mean, I crashed it twice. I had bent the handlebars round so that one of them was pointing straight back towards the saddle, and I'd used a blowtorch to heat the metal, and then I bent it back roughly. Yeah, I went through God knows how many wing mirrors. The steering column was all bent. Yeah, I'd ruined that bike because there was some nasty. One of the crashes was at about 45 miles an hour, and the other one was probably around about, I'd say, 25 to 30 coming down off a motorway. So like I ruined those bikes. Oh, why are you fleeing, you dick? Yeah, I am not hip and trendy, so I don't carry. Okay, I don't use motorcycles anymore. I don't. I sold them and I got rid of them. Pebs talking about stupid people is just reminding me I how I would just not do well camping. Camping's good. I think everyone should learn how to camp. Everyone should learn the basics of camping. Maybe not to the extent that I do, where it's like I love going out without out a tent, without a sleeping bag, with like 2 liters of water, a knife, and a pot, and a fire starter, and then being like, okay, I'm going to try and do 5 days in this national park or this remote area of the Highlands. There you go. That's that challenge done. Right, so we've got the black-tailed deer we can follow now. Could you help me out with some more hunting? Harvest 2 black-tailed deer. Brilliant, we can do that. So there you go, that's deer scat. Pebs, how do you avoid ticks? Wear thick trousers and tuck them into your socks and shoes. or just stay away from long grass. You know, if you can find, you'll find natural paths in nature like this. See how the ground has been compressed here? That means that animals have walked over it a lot. There won't be ticks there. Also carry a tick remover, because the longer the tick is in you, if it has Lyme's disease, then kind of fucked. I think it's the statistic is something like every 1 in 100 ticks carry the disease. But you know, if you do get down in the mud and get dirty like I do, which I love doing. I'm somebody who likes rolling around in the mud and proper going for it. You're gonna encounter ticks. Unfortunately, it is just a natural part of life. Haven't camped for 30 years. Never too old to learn. I didn't do any of this until about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And before that I thought, oh, I'd never camp. I could never be somewhere without a flushing toilet. And now I'm like, yeah. I mean, in the military, if you're doing a tactical situation with our unit, you shit in a bag and you put it in your backpack because you don't want to leave any ground signs. And I love that. I love it. Not the in a bag bit, but just like being in the fields, in tree lines, in wood blocks. I love it. I love it now. Hey Pebs, guess what my Pebble, your Pebble, try it again. Hey Pebs, guess what, my Pebble help cup or mug has been shipped. I'm going to get it 4 days for my birthday. Shit in a bag, yeah, licorice. You shit in like a Ziploc bag, because again, you don't want to leave any ground signs so the enemy know that you're here. So you eat your rations cold. There's no burnings, no flames. There's no smoking. There's no cutting or chopping. There's no lights. And yeah, Pebs, what about your upper body? Long sleeves that are tight and your hair. Ticks will mainly go for what they can reach. So like, if you're lying down in long grass, yeah. So if you're hunting, then yeah, go for long sleeves.
I spoke with him and he wanted
I
me
mean,
to pass
hair.
on his thanks.
Keep your hair up.
He's been having some problems finding food lately, though. The black-tailed deer are surprisingly scarce in Belmont for this time of year. Now Hope seems to think some black bears are passing through and scaring off the blacktails. Could be true, but it's hard to know for sure. If you come by any bear tracks in Belmont, let me know.
Right, so we've strayed too far into Leviathan. So we need to go back the way now. Mission log. If you had a chance, would you own another bike? Maybe. Maybe. I wouldn't say that I would do it. I wouldn't get another bike. Oh, there we go. Here's one. Here's one. Come on. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, is that behind the rock or in front of the rock? I believe it's behind that rock. But I wouldn't get another bike immediately. I'd maybe use one, see if I got like if we end up winning the land auction and I get the piece of land, I would probably use the bike to get into town and back. Right. Here we go. So I think that was a long shot. If we go over here and we see pink frothy blood. Yeah, so if we see pink frothy blood, then we know that was a long shot. If we see traces of blood, short hair, and a long splinter of bone, then it was a leg shot. Nope, we dropped it. That must have been that was definitely a long shot, wasn't it? Let's see. Yep, long shot. Perfect. Perfect placement. How is only a silver? Proper ammo for this animal. Animal shot 2 times a less. Intact trophy organ. Yeah. So that was a very good shot. Textbook. Can you remember the model of your bike so everyone can find it? A Super Socko TC Max. I'll type it in the chat for you. There you go. But yeah, that was a very good shot. Brilliant. Skills. We don't need more health. We're not that kind of hunter, are we? Ambusher. Not satisfied from the scent lures. Da, 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 da. Do we have them? If we have scent lures, that or was it scent lures? Scent lures, yeah. So I was thinking about scent block. Scent eliminator, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Alright, I guess we'll just go for stalker perk and we'll do the second one of locate tracks. That didn't count towards our quest, did it? Because it was in because it was in Leviathan. Damn. What if you hit a rib and a lung? What would happen then? Depends on the caliber. So if you're using something like if you're using like 30-06 and you hit a rib, it's going to ricochet back into the lung again. You can get like, I mean, I'm trying to think. The minimum caliber that you would use would be like 240 maybe. You know, and the bullet weight would at least be 100 grains. So like, if you use like a 270 Winchester, 308, 30-06, like you're punching through, you're fine. Like one rib, you're fine. 6.5, you'd also be fine. I really don't see there being an issue. Obviously, you can get thicker bits of bone that like you can get thicker bits of bone that would be harder to break through, and so if you hit a leg or something, that's when you'd be see an issue. And if deers are presenting a side profile, you can, you know, the heart's usually protected by the leg. Yeah. It really just comes down to shot placement, and your distance as well. But I mean, if you're shooting 30-06, like, you know, or 308 Winchester, you're fine. Like you're punching through that, no bother. I really wouldn't worry about that at all. Anyway, sorry, I'm just mucking around with my stream on my phone to make sure that I can, you know, ensure the quality's good. But I'm listening to myself on like a 2-second delay back, so that's why I sometimes pause mid-sentence. How was your first day in the military? So I'm a reservist. So what a reservist means is, I think the US have them too. Somebody who does like a minimum, like, so for example, you get like a minimum amount of time that you need to spend doing military stuff. And you also have a civilian job. That's how I can do like survival instructor as well. So certain units can require as little as 1 month a year. If you go into the units like the Paras, which is what I'm part of, then which is again the best regiment in the British Army, you can be away for 6 months plus. I currently, last year I did just over 3 months. And if you're mobilised like a deployment, then you'll be away for 6 to 12. You know, which again happens. But my first day was quite relaxed because it wasn't like regulars where you've got that shock of capture, because at the end of the day you go home, and unless you're doing like your basic training. So the basic training, you were there and it's broken into modules because people can't get like, you know, 3 months off work in one go. So you do it in like blocks of maybe 2 weeks or a week. And then you'll do supplementary learning at your own unit.
It's not only a problem
I loved the military. First day there, I knew like this is where I'm meant to be. I was gonna go full time, I really was, but I was ready to go, and then COVID hit, and yeah, the plan was to go into the was to get a university degree. Well, it was originally just to go into the military, but then my parents begged me to go to university, and at the time I got on all right with them, so I did, and I said I'd go to the military straight after university. And then COVID happened, and I started doing this, and then, you know, I kind of missed my shot, because at this point, if I wanted to transfer to the regs, like to the full time, then I would need to stop this, and I would also need to redo all basic training again, and fuck that, because I'm almost Lance Corporal, so like why would I want to essentially give up my promotion? Do you get a specific amount of time of notice to be deployed? So it depends. You'll normally get 28 days, but you can apply for what's called HRR, which is High Readiness Response, which is what I am, which means I get 5 days notice. Then you get what's called VHRR, which is Very High Readiness Response, which is 24 hours. So when Afghanistan broke out, there were reservists who, you know, were heading to work at 9 AM on like a Tuesday, and then within 12 hours they were, you know, saying goodbye to their wife and kids, or husbands and kids, and getting on an airplane taking them to the Helmand province in Afghan, you know. And again, that's going to happen if something happens in Iran. I'll get a tap on the shoulder and I'll have 5 days to wrap this up, and then but I'll probably end up going sooner than that, and then we'd be sent wherever's needed. But that's what happens, you know. It's part and parcel. But yeah, aren't all the holy Peb spots taken? They are. We only allow 5. We might do more later on, but right now, just so I can ensure that you all get quality content, that's why I limit the number. I want to make sure, because I could do like 10, 15 holy Pebs, but then that would mean that each holy Peb gets their own custom made audio, and I'd need to cut corners if I'm doing, you know, 30 plus sound bites, plus obviously then 10, 15 individual videos, because the videos that I do, as Berry would testify, because she got hers not a few days ago, they are as if you're getting your own personal weekly upload to YouTube. Wow, must be wow, that's crazy. It must be scary knowing it could come at any time. Absolutely not. I am ecstatic. I cannot wait to go away and flat pack some bad guys. And you'll find that's the case with most infantry people. Most guys that are in the infantry are, whether that be specialised airborne infantry like ourselves, like the Paras, or whether it be standard infantry units like the rifles, you'll find a lot of people, like, you know, you practice, you train for months and years to do your job, and then so many people can do that and then never do their job. You know, it would be like a firefighter training for years to put out a fire and then never putting out a fire. You know? Lazzy says our birthday present is gone. Well, you see, you think that, Lazzy. But I know... This is maybe a good way to segue into this. Edo mentioned that you had put money aside to get the Holy Peb tier. And that... that meant that you wouldn't be able to get your Holy Peb tier. You know, you'd have to put it off, essentially. So we're going to talk about maybe we can... Edo's a Holy Peb member. Sorry, I need to pause. Right, anyway, I know that you were putting money towards Sadie's chair, and that money was going to go towards your Holy Peb tier, and then because you did that, there was a worry you couldn't afford it. Edo is an honorary Holy Peb. He has said that he wants to give up his custom audio to yourself, which I'm fine to do. We'll discuss the details, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I will tell you what. Right, I'll put up the Holy Peb numbers on Patreon to 7 right now as well, because I suppose I can do more than 5. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to miss out. I felt my heart went out to Lazzy there when she went, oh, my birthday present's gone. So I'll tell you what, I'll up the number of Holy Pebs from 5 to 7. Bugger it, we'll do 10. There you go. I just won't give myself any sleep. And we'll up the number of diamonds we can get as well. There we go. Done. Rabbit Boy, thank you so much for the military green pouch. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. That's lovely. And for the archery book as well. Oh. Mandy, thank you so much for the bolt action scabbard. Oh goodness, I didn't realise this was all getting done. Thank you everyone. Oh bless. Thank you so much. Goodness me. Goodness gracious. Lines with this, aren't we? That's lovely. Thank you. Pebble balance, please. Never, never. It's like when I go out my way to schedule a bunch of content to come out whilst I'm away with the military, and then on every single audio that I put out, there's always that handful of comments of, this is great and all, but where's David? Give us more David. Give me David. And it's like, I'm trying, man. I still haven't actually sent Billy the last batch of his lines yet. People who purchase the Holy Peb tier or Diamond tier as well, give me either open a ticket or on the Discord, or give me a message so we can increase your roll, so you can get access to the Diamond and Holy Peb chat. Because there's one extra benefit that we've added. Oh shit, not good. There's one extra benefit we've added, and that is that we're doing games nights now with the Diamonds and Holy Pebs. Oh, that's. Oh. Yeah, so we're playing Cards Against Humanity tomorrow, which will be fun. Can't wait for that. That'll be good fun. So yeah, Diamonds and Holy Pebs, we're going to be playing Cards Against Humanity tomorrow. The events in the event page of the Discord. But that'll be fun, won't it? That'll be good fun. It'll be good fun. I'm going to open the window because I am sweating. Whoever turned up the bloody thermostat in Scotland, I want to have a word with you because I'm built for like 7 degrees Celsius and overcast, and it's currently 24. Wing, go ahead and upgrade if you want. To anyone who's upgrading to the Holy Peb tier or the Diamond tier, there is on the collections tab, you'll see a collection title that says Diamond and Holy Peb members, please look here for this sheet, and it's a sheet of like how you request your custom audios. Oh, you son of a biscuit eater! I'm going to use a scent block as well. Exactly, Holly. Wait, I need to create a ticket. Nova, there should be a bit on the Patreon, like on one of the channels, it says like ticket creator. But if that's too much effort, which I totally get, just like message me. Just so I can put a Discord username to a name. Now, has that... Where are you, Mr. Deer? Or it should be a male deer, shouldn't it? Jacqueline, thank you very much. Hello, people. How's everyone going so far? Hi, Jacqueline. We're doing well. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh, great! Another advert on my own stream. I love it. You got to love like the sheer boldness of YouTube. So we've got a tail deer here. Oh, you big fucking dick. Right, rest zone. Language. Sorry, Nana. Hmm. Now, one thing I haven't seen very much of has been any fraying. So fraying is... Oh, hang on. Where are these? Aha! A Roosevelt elk.
Hunting Roosevelt elk.
I'll need a
Roosevelt's a big fella,
oh, you son
but
of a...
its good sense of smell and hearing make it tricky to hunt.
Yeah. I wasn't looking for that, to be honest. I really wasn't. Well, tell you what, we'll take it anyway, because why not? Because game recognises game. What? What is going on here? What is going on in this bloody forest? No, wait, I give up. Dear Lord. Anyway, I'm not seeing any fraying on trees. Which is kind of... It's when... Like deer, like male deer will rub the bark from trees and shrubs using their antlers. To either sharpen them or remove the velvet on top, like the covering that the fresh antlers have. Right, deer scat. Very old. Right, okay. A warning call from over here. There it is. Now, this is the doe. You aren't really meant to do this, but nobody's looking, are they? Nah, facing away from me, I can't do that. I'll hit it in the arsehole and that won't do anything. Right. So we are within 100 metres of it, so we could take a shot right now, but I don't like the position that we're in. So I'm going to try and move up this hill. Pebs, do you ever collect deer antlers for handles? Yes, so yeah, it is lawful. Like, you are actually incentivized, or kind of, what's the right word? Not incentivized, you are it's good to use to process as much of the deer as possible and leave as little waste. So you 100% can. You just don't take the piss. Don't hunt deer just for their antlers. Okay, so we've got multiple here. I'm not seeing any male though. I really wanted a good old boy to, you know, turn into a statistic. A veneer. Right, maybe we can... I can even get up this hill to a nice flat point. Oh, there's a black bear. Do we hunt the do we hunt the deer or do we hunt the bear? Do we hunt the deer or the bear? What are you thinking? That's running away from me. I suppose we just stick with the deer. They are lying down. Bear. Don't hunt Mama Bear. Yeah. Right. So we'll take the position up. And that should have that was a long shot. So we should see... Oh. Now what is happening with this deer? Yeah, that was a heart shot. Done. So that should be two deer felled. Yeah. Let's take a look at that. That was a long shot. Both lungs, perfect. So that will just... Because it won't be able to inflate its lungs. It's, as soon as you put holes in them, they just collapse. And yeah, deer's gone. Yeah, ideal way, or the ideal place to shoot a deer is about halfway up the body, just behind the shoulder. That's the most humane way to kill a deer. Yeah. The only difference of what I'm doing right now is normally if you shoot a deer, like if a deer drops like it did with that second one, it just hits the deck, you know, falls like a sack of shit. You would normally stay where you are and rack another round into the chamber just in case it gets up again. Don't get up and then start going straight away in case, you know. It's just a variable you don't really want to be a part of. Also, you need to make sure that deer is definitely dead, because if you pull your knife out to gralloch it, which is when you cut it open and look at the kidneys to make sure that there's no white spots on it, because if there's white spots you can't eat it. If that thing's still alive and it kicks you whilst you're trying to cut into it, you're putting that knife is going to become embedded in you very quickly. Right, let's just do that. Okay, bit of cash money. And then what about this one? And oh, that wasn't a heart shot. Look at how close that was. That's me nicked the... Now, is that the aorta or is that the vena cava? What artery is that? I think that was the aorta. Anyway, we've got one of its arteries, which is very good. So that's us completed that quest, I believe. Harvest 2 male black-tailed deer and earn the quick kill bonus. So hang on, we did do the other quest, didn't we? Right, so we need 2 male ones, okay. Also, Pebs, so sorry, but I have no idea how to create this ticket. Are you okay with the message option? Yes, go for it. Nova, message me on Discord and just tell me what your Discord is. And obviously, proof, ideally, that you are a holy Peb. Well, ID'd how many tracks have we ID'd right now? So we've ID'd 2. Where is this? Where is this? Elk? Hello? Hello? Hey there, little fella. We know you're in there and that you're all alone. Lazzy, thank you for the $2. I'm now at work. I am a holy Pep now. Now I work extra hard tomorrow. Well, you can let me know, Lazzy, what you... I was going to say that... Oh, never mind. That's... Edo, help. Lazzy's done the forbidden move that we didn't think she was going to do. Nope. We'll talk later on. We'll talk during the games night. I'm going to frighten everyone away when I do this. I'm far too loud going through this brush. Oh, I'm so loud. Bugger it. Pebs, is there a chance you take us to a shooting range to teach us? I am not a skill at arms instructor with the military, nor am I any kind of instructor with I'm not a range warden, nothing like that, in Civilian Street either, or Civvy Street. So there's no way that I could not teach you. But you could come with me and I could maybe give you a few pointers. But I wouldn't take anything that I say as gospel. Again, I've just had a bit of experience. Don't get me wrong, I think I would love to be a skill at arms instructor, and that's definitely on the cards for my future. But yeah, Edo, you and I are both equally confused. Lazzy zigged when she should have zagged. So, Right. Now, there aren't any high seats either that I can see. I know we need to build them, but not really feeling that patient. This is a big open space. Big open space.
Guess that settles it. No wonder the Blacktail's on the run. Gotta give Hope some credit. His suspicions were right on target. Thanks for keeping a lookout. Hey there, I think it's time I told you about Jonathan Trampfine. He heard of your dealings with black bears in Belmont, so he wanted to know if you might help him out as well. Trampfine loves black bears. He's been living out here on the reserve for many years, getting as close as he can to the bears and documenting them. A little too close for comfort, if you ask me.
Peb, so if there's an instructor, would you take us and show off? No. No.
He's had no luck though.
Like, I mean, what I mean is, like, I would take you with me, but I'm not an instructor, so like, I couldn't give you any like game-changing advice. But I could take you with me and go to a range with you as long as I'm supervising you. Though if it was your first time wielding firearms, I think I would most likely
I don't even know where to
advise that we go with a professional first of all.
He probably feels like he's becoming one with nature out here. And I can understand that, of course. but he's walking a fine line, and I worry one day he might find himself on the wrong side. You've probably come across a coyote by now. We have a sizable population in the reserve, but the Wildlife Varmint Control are constantly trying to keep it in check. Fiona Wallace is their operator in the area, and she's your go-to when it comes to the coyotes in this region. They could use some help with the population control, and there's good money in it too. She wanted me to let you know that Gila Pass has seen an increase in coyote sightings lately, and that they're offering a reward to anyone harvesting coyotes. I think you'll need a coyote collar for this one.
I want you all to understand just how hard I had to suppress a "that's what she said" when I heard you all in the chat saying that you're a giver, not a taker. I mean, I had to suppress a "that's what she said" there, and I want you to understand that was guttural. That was like suppressing a hiccup. Pebs, what animal do you like to hunt and how do you prepare them? So deer mainly, rabbits as well, which you know is what it is. Rabbits make good stew. You can obviously cook them, roast them on a fire, which is great. In Scotland, it's mainly red tail or red not red tail, mainly red deer. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hang on. There we go. Well, anyway, yeah, it's mainly red deer, roe deer, fallow, and sika deer that are in Scotland. But the ones I've mainly seen have been red deer. Oh! I heard a bear. Bear. Oh, heart and long shot. Yeah, buddy. Where's that bear? Where that bear at? Thanks, Edo, for the thank you, Edo, for the whatchamacallit, for the advertisement there of the merch. It's very kind of you. Right, is that bear scat? Or no, that'll be deer scat, won't it? No, that's definitely bear scat. You can tell from the big thick logs of it. Oh. A warning call from a black-tailed deer. That was very bizarre. I've never seen a doe just walk right up to you before. That was very interesting. We've got some high pressure in this area, so we're going to have to leave it. Oh. Thank you, Luna. High pressure like altitude. No, 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 no. Hunting pressure. So if you kill too many animals in one area, then the animals start to avoid it, and you get like mid pressure, then animals will move away from there. If you get to high pressure, then animals will actively avoid the area, and if you get above high pressure, then all of the zones you find, like the sleeping zones, the eating zones, they all vanish, and the animals will just refuse to come back to that area for like a good few in-game days. And one day can last like 2 hours. We're still at midday right now, and it's been about an hour and a half. So actually, probably a bit longer then. Oh bugger! The bear's going the other direction. Well, I guess we're gonna go bear hunting. What's the camera button again? Is it P? It is. That's helpful. Black bear. Here we go. We're on the trail. Hmm. My stream keeps flicking 15 seconds behind. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Bye bye, Argus. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Is this the black bear? This is the black bear. Oh. Oh, not an elk. I don't want an elk. Oh, go away. Bye, Mama Bear. See you later. Bear. The bear went this way. Hmm. Interesting. We are hunting Mama Bear. where? What? Right, the bear definitely went this way. Okay, so it went this way. And then here. Right, okay, we're back on the scent again. Back on the scent again. Nope, we're off it again. This is bear, yeah, old. That's... Where's the bear gone? Pebs, you remember that? Yes, I remember the video. I remember the video. I remember the challenge. Right, now where is this bloody bear? Okay, there it is. Then it heads in this direction somewhere. Here? Right, okay, good. 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 Now we are going far too fast for a normal stock. We really are. Normally, like you are a really slow walk, and then when you get within 150 meters, you're then crouching, and then when you get within 100 meters, you are crawling on your belt buckle. Right. Leaving in a few minutes to go and see the house you want to buy. Wing, congratulations! I remember that from Thursday's stream. Remember about your mortgage rate. Remember what I was talking to you about. I mean, I'm sure you already know all this information already, but just keep it in mind. Keep your options in mind. You know, you don't want to be taking... If you can, take as short a term as possible, 25 to 30 years, because the longer the term is, although your monthly payments will be less, you'll make more of them, and there'll be more interest accrued, so you'll actually owe more. And also, so go for like a 25 to 30 year mortgage, 15% deposit, if you can manage that. Shit. Go, there we go. Let's count, please tell me let's count, hang on. No. What's going on? Did that count? No, it didn't. Shit. Okay. Okay. Breathe. Phoenix, welcome to the Shiny Stone member. Right. Oh, come on. Pulling that camera up completely ruined my completely ruined my composure there. Right. He's going to do it after keto. I'm going to do it next time I get to the gym. It was far too warm when I was in the gym last week because, or yesterday because of the heat. So I was just drenched in sweat, and I thought nobody wants to see me doing split squats if I'm literally soaked in sweat. I looked like I was glistening. I was made of wax. So I thought, right, okay, I'll wait until it's a good temperature. Shit. Please tell me that wasn't it running away. Bugger, it might have been it running away. Thank you, Edo. Thank you. Chat behave indeed. I was just thinking that it would look gross, you know, to be too sweaty. So, I didn't record it. Fleeing. Son of a biscuit eater. Oh! Come back here, you. Surely that counts. Surely that counts. Yeah, it did. Okay. Now we need to look for your friend. Take me to your friend. I've never hunted bear before, so I know absolutely nothing about shot placement. I know nothing. All I know is the caliber. That's all I know. I don't know anything about shot placement. I don't know about follow through shots or anything really. Dropped just now, so good, that'll be close then, won't it? Blacktail, yeah, very fresh, so it's moving at quite a pace. Buggery, buggery, buggery. Is that the bear? Black bear. Okay. No idea where this bear trail's gone. Pebbles, I feel like you're missing the fun. I'm just trying to tune out the filth, I think it's a good way to say. Right, so the last time I saw the black bear tracks were here, and it went in like this. So I would have assumed that the black bear tracks would continue to be somewhere like here, but they're not. And there's just so many tracks around that I can't tell what's going to be the bear and what isn't. Damn. You lost it. Tessie, thank you for the $2. Chat's gone feral again. Or £2 even. Chat's gone feral again. It has. It has. For shame. For shame. Oh, I can't believe we lost that bear. Pain in the arse. For a long shot, try to shoot the middle half side close to the front legs. Heart shot is a bit difficult. I need to put standing up, so I need to shoot the middle half side close to the front legs, so kind of the same as a deer then. Damn, can't believe he missed it. Yeah, oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. A rabbit. Tell you what, we'll shift up our hunt location somewhere and we'll go... Where will we go? Where will we go? Fuck it, we'll just go downhill, won't we? Exactly, Josie, it's Lara Croft, I get a free pass. I can simp for Lara Croft. Lara Croft, the woman literally does bushcraft for a job. Why wouldn't I fall head over heels? Plus she's very pretty, very pretty. And far more competent than I'd ever be. I would 100% be fine being the sidekick. You get a lot of guys that don't like being outshone by a woman. I'd be like, yeah, I will happily be the Robin to your Batman. Fresh from the black-tailed deer. Brilliant, okay. Maybe we can go back and change the mission to... 2 male black-tailed deer. Warning call. Damn. Can't see it. Tap Top says, "Hey Pebble, I just wanted to say that my silly brain hates me and gives me headaches a lot, but your streams and videos really help me stop disassociating. I'm so glad I can help there. So glad I can help." Pebs will be baby girl for Lara. You're goddamn right I will. Goddamn right I will. I'll be the plucky side character that dies heroically. Or pathetically. Whatever. Whatever one best fits the situation, I guess. Right, we're over the ridge line of this hill. Still can't spot any deer. Probably smell me, that'd be why. There we go. Because we're not walking into the wind, we're walking with the wind, which is dangerous. Edo is Batman. I am the Robin to Edo's Batman. Yes, Destiny, I wouldn't mind some help with the collectibles. Another female black-tailed deer. Give us a bloody male. Oh, whatever. Sorry, Bambi. The truth is, kid, the game was rigged from the start. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Oh, there's a black bear.
Oh, you found him.
Woo!
About that. Now, Trampfine wouldn't agree with me, but black bears are fickle animals, so you best keep your distance. That's it. That's what he wanted, so I'll pass it on to Trampfine.
Investigate the population. Okay.
So, Trampfine loved the picture. Great job. He's been building up some kind of collection of black bear droppings.
A collection of black bear droppings.
What
Love it.
that's all about, I don't know, but he's wondering if you could help him out. It seems some of the next samples he's after are from a group of bears down in Lake District, and Trampfine won't set foot there. That's where Hope is camped out, as you know, and those two can't stand each other. Well, I hope this sloth of bears doesn't stay in Valmont too long. Hope's not gonna hesitate to hunt him down, and Trampfine doesn't want anyone shooting his friends. Oh, and I haven't told him you're a hunter, by the way, so I'd just avoid mentioning that if I were you.
I do like how bears sit like human beings. I do. I just wish they weren't so aggressive. Right. So we've got the shotgun with the rifle round loaded into it. So that should have been good shot placement. I was quite happy with that shot, to be honest. Yeah, we dropped it. We dropped it. Did you have enough time to shit before you died so I can get that achievement too? Oh, never mind. Very nice. That would have been the lungs, the stomach, and the liver we got there. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. Male. We're gonna taxidermerize. No, we'll save it. Save the harvest. Accept. Well done. Well done, us. Look at us. Look at us. Morning, Sadie. Thank you, Edo, for the continued advertisement. Or advertisement, as my grandmother and grandfather taught me to say when I was younger. Advertisement. And it's not harassment, it's harassment. God, they were old hat, to say the least. Yeah, good point. The smell of a gut shot from something that eats meat is usually going to be rancid. Even with things like rabbits and deer, you don't want to be piercing the gut, because if you do that, you're going to ruin the meat and you're going to get a bunch of nasty stuff everywhere. And nobody wants that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this deer is moving northwest. So we'll follow this deer trail and then we will double back and get the bear. Is it 3 different bears or just 3 Just 3 poos. Okay, we're just looking for 3 poos, that's it. We can do that. We can find some poo. Can't we? We are the poo hunters, masters of the poo. Lassie, thank you for the $5. Said that you are a beautiful person, and with that you are grounded from donating to Pebs for 2 weeks. Exactly. 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 Oh. Oh, of course you're fleeing, you dick. Come back and fight me like a man. I can quick scope this. I can quick scope it. I've seen where you went. I know where you live. Just need to pray that this was the mail that went this way. Maybe not. How do you know you're playing as a man? Because you can see the your character model. So I think I need to go into. I think I needed to go into to the customizer at the nearest base, but you can choose your character. Plus, also you can hear from his breathing. Very masculine breath. Same with animals. You can tell if it's male or female by listening to breathing sometimes. Shit. That's a female anyway from the sound of that. It was really annoying because it was one of the males that we needed as well. We really needed that. We really needed that male. Well, we're up high now, so hopefully we'll have more of a chance of spotting something. Anything. Please. Perhaps if we climb higher. This is, again, not what you do in a hunt. I wouldn't really be running after animals normally. You would normally just give up. Oh. An elk is not what we need anyway. It's an elk. Should be a blacktail. Yep, blacktail. 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 I don't worship it. Coco, what are you saying? I know you're hunting out people, but while Pebs is distracted, you should be tell everyone that registered. No, artists, don't raid my throne. Don't do that. Keep your money. Spend it on yourselves.
There you go. Some
Hey,
prime
poo.
poo.
Some prime bear poo.
Should do it.
Okay, I love how he's just so excited about bear shit. Okay. Right, now what? I don't like how inaccurate I'm being right now because I obviously fault a lot of games for not being realistic with the survival skills, etc. And right now I'm playing this like it's Call of Duty, you know, just running around going da 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 da, and when real, you know, you would be going so slowly. But in the sake of making good content, I'm trying to find as many animals as possible. Fuck off. Sorry. Yes, Natty, you can ask a question. Of course you can. I don't know where this elk keeps coming from, but it's such a pick me. It just arrives and goes, "Oh, you can't get me. I wasn't looking for you at the first place." Does acne get easier with adultness? With adultness? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I had horrible acne as a teenager, and then it went away when I got older. I say horrible. I was a spotty teenager, so like typical. But I don't know. Consult your doctor. Phoenix, thank you for the $5. To think I would have gotten the chance to see this man sweaty doing Bulgarian split squats. Dear Lord, behave. I'm going to like that comment though. That made me giggle. Oh, Roosevelt elk, I am not looking for you. What are you hunting now? I'm looking for black-tailed deer. And if we can find some bear poo along the way, then all the better. Fresh, so that'll be within 300 meters then, if it's fresh poo. You can tell it's fresh because it will still be spongy. If it's very fresh, it'll be warm. If it's fresh, it'll be spongy. And if it's not fresh, it'll be hard. So you have to squish poo with your fingers or something else. Fresh poo. Fuck up. Okay, it's fine. It's not a deer. How long have I been following this trail for? No, not bear poo, Edo. We're talking about deer poo. You can tell if it's fresh. If it's very fresh, it'll be warm. That's a male bugger. That hiss is a male. I want to get a male. I need to get a male deer? But yeah, so deer poo. If it's very fresh, it's going to be warm and squishy, like warm and squishy. Yeah, soft to the touch. If it's fresh, it'll be cooler, but still squishy. And if it's old, it will be cold and firm. Old is cold. Education. Moose. There we go. We're still on the scent. No, we're not. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Where's the black-tailed deer gone? Oh. That's an elk as well. That's a bloody elk. Why are the elks everywhere? Go away and give me deer. In the name of the wee man. In the name of the wee man. Go. Why are the elks everywhere? I don't care if the elks are fleeing. Good for them. Good for them. I'm not looking for them. I don't care. Elks are not goated with the sauce, as the cool kids say. This is elk track. A turkey? What? Where'd the turkey come from? A white-tailed deer. Not a black-tail, but... Oh. Still worth a shot though. Nope, went behind a tree. Bugger. It won't get us the achievement, but we'll still take it on. There it is. That'll be a long shot. I think I was a bit low on there, so I might have got the gut as well. A gold rated deer. Very nice. Very nice. So that will be... No, that was dead on a long shot. Okay, we're going to taxidermize that then. Nice. So we've gone out of the territory of the blacktail, so I probably want to go back there again. We'll fast travel back here and we'll switch up our rifle. Oh dear, right, I'll quickly check my emails in case I've missed anything. Right, go back to there. Rabbit Boy, thank you very much for the utility pouch. It's so kind of you. Starlight Oceans, thank you for the contribution towards the vapor pack, the main compartment. Rabbit Boy, spoiling me. Goodness. Right, hang on. Let me see. Where are we? Where are we? Goodness me, we're fair getting there. We're fair getting there, so we are. Dearie me. Right, I will show you some customization now. let's look around with our presets. Let's load out 1. Hang on, so we'll save loadout. Now what is loadout 1? Ranger, yep, 243. And then, no, we don't need that. Okay, so loadout 2 was the Eckers and that. Lazzy, thank you for the $5. Pebs, what would you like to do first, a song or a custom audio? I don't know. For your Holy Peb benefit, it's a full-length custom audio. So if that's what you want, then go for it. If that is what you wish, then your wish is my command. Right, how much money? We've got 12,000, right? So can we go to the store and buy some stuff? Because I really want to get a rangefinder, and we don't have one. Binoculars. Damn. Okay. Not ideal. Character. So here we are. And we're wearing... yeah. Olive outfit. Right. Now, let's go to our loadout. What is loadout 3 going to be? Store. Let's get a semi-automatic rifle. 30 odd 6.5. That'll shoot 6.5 Creedmoor, won't it? 6.5, yeah, millimeter soft point, which will take on 4 to 8. So that's a do I really want that? I don't want a 4 to 8. The good thing about 30 odd 6 was 30 odd 6 is I suppose actually. Oh, whoops. Whoop. I'm pressing buttons that I should not be pressing. Maury, thank you for joining the Shining Stone and being a member for a month. Okay, rifles. Oh, you can get some of the old weapons. Here we go. A 308, 223. 22 long rifle. 223 will take on, that'll be a smaller room, won't it? That'll be 2 to 4, right? So if we went for 223, and then with the Grelk shoots 5 to 9. We could get away with that, couldn't we? I could see us getting away with that. Rifles. So we'll go ahead and buy a 223. So we'll get the 223 ambusher. There's 3 away, it's going to be, that'll be another bigger round, won't it? 4 to 8, yeah. So if we go ahead and get a 223 rifle. Ambusher. So we'll buy that. And we'll buy some polymer tip. Okay. Get 10. You can get pistols, but I don't know why you want pistols for this game, to be honest. Okay. Shotgun. You can get bows as well. Pfft, as if you need. Who needs bows? Who needs bows? Get the carbon fiber one of that as well, because the carbon fiber looks sexy. We'll buy more of that. And think we're actually alright then, aside from that. We'll see, need more space for expeditions, means a backpack gives you large capacity. Going by that. There we go. Right, so let's go ahead and make this. So we'll make that, and then we'll grab the Grelic 2. Ammunition, we're going to need the 223 polymer tip. We're going to need 16 gauge buckshot, 16 gauge birdshot. That gives us 1 and 2 to 4. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second. That was the dreaded phone call of my brothers telling me, we're on the train, can you come and pick us up? So we're going to have to end the stream in the next 10-15 minutes, unfortunately. Probably less, probably 10 minutes. So, I mean, we still got a wee bit of time in the stream. I mean, like, what? How long were we streaming for? We did a good few. It's been 2-hour stream, a wee mini one. Unfortunately, that's just what happens when you're a good big brother. As you get summoned like a mongrel pup. 2 to 4, 2 to 4. Don't need the buckshot, do we? Don't need the buckshot. We can take the 12 gauge because that'll be 2 to 5. And then obviously we need this one, which will be 5 to 9. Do we even need that? We're only really using it for that. Because that'll get 5 to 9. That'll get, so that's 1. Hang on. So if we do this, if we do level 1 animals, 2 to 4, and then 5 to 9. That way we're only carrying what we need. We're taking both sites. We're taking the deer bleat. We're going to take the jackrabbit collar. We're going to take the duck decoy. And then we're going to take the scent block, and we're going to take the binos, and that'll do us. That'll do us. Save loadout. Let's load out 3. And then yeah, we're not going to bother with that. Yeah, we'll accept. I'm happy with that. Right. Then we'll have to set up our weapons again. So we'll put 223 there, the drilling there, we'll put the binos here, we'll put the consumables here, we'll put the lure for the deer collar here, and the jackrabbit here, and we'll put the mallard duck decoy there. We'll put that sight on there, and that sight on there, and ammunition, we'll load the 223 into there, and both others into the Grelic. Okay, how many siblings do you have, and do you know about your channel? I have 2 younger brothers. Both of them are 19 or 20? One of the two, I don't know. I'm not that good of a big brother, I've been out of the house for a long time. And no, neither of them do. Nobody does. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, 16 rounds of that. 15 rounds of that. And yeah, go. Awesome. But yeah, I'm going to be on duty to pick them up in about 5 minutes. So I'll tell you what, we'll end the stream here. Unfortunately, it was good fun. I really enjoyed it. This was always going to be just a mini stream. Never anything too long, purely because obviously this was just an extra stream on a Saturday, so I could give you some content that you wanted. You know, because a lot of you wanted a hunting stream again. And I'm very sorry that it can't be longer, but unfortunately, duty calls, you know, Big Brother duty. This is a cabin of this is what I'd like my cabin to look like, you know, on the land that we're gonna buy. Really bare bones, literally just this. Just this would be ideal. This would be ideal. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to chat room. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for joining us on this, and I'm really sorry that can't be streaming with you longer. We'll have the normal stream on Monday. That's going to be Traveller's Rest at the tavern, and we'll be back there again making, I believe, vodka is the next thing we're going to be brewing in the tavern together. Ido's little Pebble will be following me on that as well, for a few more streams. And aside from that, just keep your eyes peeled for the next Mermaid episode, which should be coming out next week, and the requests for the sound bites for VIPs and Diamonds and up will obviously, if you start getting them into me, they're normally due between the 22nd to the 30th of the month, so that there's like a 1 week window where you submit your requests. So I've got them all in a list. So if you can start thinking of your requests and then message me on Patreon, I can make them a reality for you and I can get to work on them. Louise, thank you very much for the $5. Working at a lorry meetup this weekend and my introverted ass is struggling. Thank you for giving me a break, Pebs. Have a good night. Well, I hope you have a good time and you aren't too isolated. Drop your brothers off at the McDonald's play place, they'll be fine. Oh dear. But yes, so VIPs, Diamonds, Holy Pebs, submit your soundbite requests, and Holy Pebs, go to the Google sheet. You'll see at the bottom of the Google sheet or the Google page, document, whatever it is, you'll see that there's if you scroll down to the bottom, there's a section where your custom audio requests can go, along with a little thing of telling you how to lay it out and when the cut-off dates are. Unfortunately, if you miss the cut-off date for that month, then it would become next month's submission, because I can't realistically check every day. So I check twice a month, once at the start of the month, and then once at the start of the request season, and then one at the end. So yeah, get your requests in, and look forward to the next Mermaid story, which should be coming either next week or the week after. Where we will be meeting the villain of the series, because of course there has to be a villain. We're going to meet the villain of the series. But either way, it should be fun. But until next time, everyone. Bye.